we're chatting again.
Yep.
About absolutely nothing. We're just waiting for it to kick in. We promise we're not trying to drive you guys crazy, and gals too, for that matter. And Harry
Nope.
still hasn't figured out the music.
Nope,
So,
sure haven't.
and that's the way it goes.
All right. So let me get back here, get this off, put you up there.
I'm sorry to hear.
Here we go.
There I am.
All right. Okay, folks, we're here now. We're going to start again today. And hopefully we do a little bit better. I actually got the names of the horses in the sheet that we hadn't had for the last day or two.
What's this world coming to?
I don't know. Oh, boy. Yeah, here's the one. Yeah, Private Ross is pointing up, said race 1 every time. So we're going to, like I said, we're going to try to fix that. So I guess we can go ahead and.
Oh, we did well in race 1. It was some of the other ones we didn't do so well.
Yeah, but I guess I left race 1 up there for about 4 or 5 races or more.
Oh, well.
So, anyway. Okay, well, let me.
Not by intent.
Yeah. So I'm going to add to the stage. I'm going to add this, and you can go ahead and start talking about the
yeah, well, the horses are on the track in post parade right now for the Tremont.
Yep.
2-year-old race for 5.5 furlongs, and these horses you will not see in the Kentucky Derby next year.
All right. So now let's see what we can do. Get the right thing up here. And I can talk about what's going on with these. As you can see, and get this up a little bit bigger. And then go, whoops, I need to get, yeah, there we go. We're still learning, folks. So anyway.
And 5 years later, we may be still learning.
Yeah. As you can see, in this first race, there's not a lot of information here. We've got one horse that has 100% on the speed, and that's the 4 horse. And then we have 2 horses, the 3 and the 5, both have par numbers that are either equal or exceeded the par speed number for this race in the past. And though both of those horses have a chance to do that today. Best jockey is the 2, best trainer is the 4, and then I need to go ahead and get this to a different spot here. Get that up like that. There's only one seed zone horse, and that, as you can see, that's that first horse. And everything else, there's nobody that wants to really go to the speed. So if you want to go ahead and talk about your horses, I'll get the race number up there.
Yeah, I got a field of a whopping 5 of them. So I started with 3 Mythical, blew them away, saving ground last time, 1 by 7. She got a very high speed rating, and so that was kind of the reason why I went on top with this one. That's cold, I say. 4 Merciless Annihilator, gold, and then got the best of its rival at Churchill Downs. The important fact with this one for me is that he fought back. And, I like to see a little something in a 2-year-old more than just running out and beating everybody by length. And finally, 5 Romeo, 1 by 10 at Laurel, had issues. To me, I watched the replay. It looked green to me, but I don't know what it beat. But I don't know what any of these beat, frankly. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, I need to get a sheet up there that I don't have up there yet. And there we go. Let's see if I've got it on the right race here. Let's get it to the first race. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about what I like in here. And I like the 4, and I'm not going to try to pronounce the name, but he won his debut race at Churchill Downs as a high percentage winning trainer. It's 35% of the non-graded stakes races that he has a horse running in. And he has a high percentage winning jockey. And then 3 Mythical. This filly won her debut race at Gulfstream Park. She has the best dirt speed among today's starters, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Then the 5, Romeo, he won his debut race at Laurel Park, and he won it by 10 lengths as a bullet workout, 5 furlongs on May 30th. And then number 2, Bring It Back. He finished third in his debut race at Churchill, and he has a high percentage winning jockey. No additional bets for me here. So, and let me get back to here. And it looks like to me that I don't see, well, Jose likes in this first race, he likes that number 4 horse. So, hello, Jose. Hi, Private Ross. No picks for you, Private. Oh, there we go. Private Ross likes the 3, 4, and 5. So he kind of likes the same ones we do. Yeah, my best bet is coming up. We don't usually say it until the race of the bet, so that's what we're going to do here. So we got about 3 minutes. Do you want to try to do the next one, or should I do a little bit advertising here?
Yeah, they're just wandering around. The outriders are starting to pick up their horses to go to the gate. So
Okay.
probably got 5 minutes.
All right. So what do you want to do? You want to try to do the next race real quick?
Rock and roll, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Let's.
We're going with maiden special weight, $100,000 maidens. They're going to be going a mile and a 16th on the inner turf, and we got a bunch of scratches, and so you gotta. I had to reshuffle a little because I had a couple of those.
Okay. So in the second race, can I get the right information up there? And so here we go here. Nope, that's the wrong place. Okay, so in here in the second race, as you can see, there's if I can get to it, there's most of these horses all have really good, numbers as far as speed goes, and you can see here that all of them but the 5 show pretty nice numbers. There's actually only 3 horses that have exceeded or equaled the speed par number. Overlays, the 7 has a nice overlay, 6-5 to 6-1. And then most of them have a chance to either exceed or equal the speed par number for this race. We don't know who the best jockey is. For some reason, that information didn't come out, so can't say anything about that. So go ahead and talk about
one of them is good.
What's that?
I said one of them must be good.
Okay, well, go ahead and talk about.
I'm going to start with 9, Bourbon Milk Punch. In 3 sprints, she gets going good, and then she doesn't finish good. But her runs are decent enough. Based on the breeding, she needs 2 turns, and I think you're going to get the best out of her, and you may get a price on this one. 6, Route 2 or Java, I guess. I don't know. Outside post did not favor its only start. That's an understatement. It learned. We'll see. They're going to use an apprentice. Get 5 pounds off her, and I can see it hitting the board pretty easily. Number 1, Magnum's Microburst is going to be my final choice. Showed speed in the second run and of its first. Nice. I mean, it ran around the rail. It got position. That's what she needs. She needs to get good position early with having that rail post and see what she can do at the end.
Okay. Well, I like the 5 Fires Out, finished third versus similar in her last race. She has a high percentage winning jockey and a good workout on 27th of May, 4 furlongs. Number 4, Hideaway, drops in class today, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Timestone, the 8, finished third versus similar. In her last race, her best turf speed is fast among these starters. And in addition to that, she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. My long shot 9, Bourbon Milk Punch. That's funny. She finished second in her only race at Saratoga, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. Played the very first pick, Miami Vice, Don Johnson, 4, 5, 8, 9 with the 2, 3, 6 with the 1, 4 with the 4, 7, 8, 10. That's a $48 ticket. So let me.
Okay, well, two's a little hesitant to go in the gate, but they got them in.
Okay.
And but they're 2-year-olds, so they can be a pain in the 2-year-old. Three's in. And yeah, they're all, rest of them 4 winning fine. Just waiting on one more.
Okay.
Always like the 5.5 furlong races because they start where the tree is.
Yeah. Where you can't see him?
No, I can't see him break real quick. Okay. And we had a nice break. 3 went out onto the lead. With 4s on the outside there. And gonna tuck with the 5. It's kind of a little messy in there. And then the 1 is the distant trailer. Not a big surprise there based on the board. Mythical is getting away a little bit now. She's out by, or I should say he's out by about 2.5 lengths right now. The 2's coming up. The 4 is done. Let's see what we get at the end here. Still same order. We got 3, 2, 4, but 4 is going to get past. There. Yeah, there's nothing going on. 3 is going to win this one pretty easily.
The favorite.
Didn't keep on his mind. I think the jockey's hitting him a little too much personally, but should just handwrite him out. Yep. Beat the 2, the favorite. So 3, 2. And it was what you kind of expected. Somebody would go wire to wire.
Yep. Usually happens in these shorter races.
Shorter races, and also, very unproven 2-year-olds.
Yes.
Yeah, they stopped the clock in 103 plus, so not particularly fast.
All right. So we're going to go to this third race. And as you can see up here, let's get it a little bigger so you can see it. If you want to talk about the different information of the race.
The Phillies version of the race we just watched. And this is the Astoria. So also 5.5 furlongs. And we'll see what the usual crazy 2-year-olds.
All right. So I'm going to get up the information so that we can talk about the smart sheets and see just what's going on with that. Let's see where we're at on this. Let me fix this a little bit.
Well, you may think of them as the dumb sheets right now.
Yeah. It's hard to get these to line up, but anyway.
I mean, this is the kind of race where these are borderline because the 2-year-olds without much experience. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, they don't, but you got a little bit here, so we'll take a look at this.
Absolutely, we got to look at it.
Yeah. So I like these smart sheets. They work out for me pretty well. But you can see again, we've got only one horse that shows 100%, and the 3 is the only horse in the past that's equaled or exceeded the speed pair number. We have a first-time starter here, and as we've talked before, 3 points is the highest you can get, but 2.5 or higher is something that we consider really good. This horse has 2.664 ticket to ride, and she has 2 bullet workouts in a row, which is really nice. And then the best jockey is the 6, the best trainer is the 3. I think the best jockey trainer combination is the 3. And then down here, we've got a C-zone on the 2 is the only one we have. Nobody seems to want to go to the front, but of course we have very little data here for this race as there are 2-year-olds. And So now let's go ahead and take a look at. Go ahead and talk about your.
Sure. That should be the favorite, number 3, Sassy CW. One in a hand ride at Churchill without any effort. Did a 2 back and had a really strong workout at Hawthorne, and it was 46 plus. And its last work was strictly maintenance. I think she can blow them away again. I'm going to take 2, Jenna B. Couldn't get by the winner in her first start. I don't think she'll win today, but I think she's good enough to get second. And finally, I'm going to take a bit of a price on the number 1, which is Varnesia. It comes off a win at Evangeline. One going away, but the issue there is the time isn't great. But, shipping it up, roll the dice and see what happens. And that's what I'm going to do.
All right. I'm going to start out with the same horse as you, the number 3 horse, Sassy CW. She won her debut race at Churchill Downs, has the highest last race speed rating and a high percentage winning turner, wins 35% of the non-graded stakes that he has a horse running in, and a high percentage winning jockey. And Jenna B, the 2, is my second choice, finished second in her debut race. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and has a good 4 furlong workout on the 24th of May. The 6, Vernon Valley, won her debut race at Aqueduct, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, my third pick. My long shot's the 1. She won her debut race. The Rail Post is winning at 27% clip, and she has a high percentage winning jockey. So that's it for me. No additional bets. Let's get here and get the right number up there for the next race. I'll put the information up there that we need to have so that you can talk about.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
There's another 5.5 furlong race, but we're on the turf this time. And these are optional claimers for $50,000. And it's restricted to fillies and mares. They're non-winners of money other than the usual maiden claiming, starter, and state bred race. We got a non-winners of 2 as the next condition, and finally you can put it for a price if you care to.
All right, and I'm going to mention here before I go on that Private Ross says in that second race he likes the 4, but he thinks that 4 plus 5 is 9, so he's going to go for the try. So anyway, that's pretty good. And then his third race, he likes the 3. So anyway, there you go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let you go ahead and talk about the your race and how you like it, or what you like.
You got your charts to do.
Oh yeah, I have to do that first. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what's wrong with me here today.
No, you can be confused. It's the way it goes.
Well, it gets a little bit hard sometimes. All right, so here we go here. Let me get this up there so we can see it. And we got a little more information this time. As you can see, that 12, that outside horse has the most speed, actually double the speed of the next closest one. Gets a good break and everything goes right. Should get that quarter pole first. And then all of the horses but the 1, 5, and 10 in the past have either exceeded or equaled the speed par number for this race, although the 2 came within 2 points. They all have a pretty good chance, except for the 10, of doing it today, especially the 4 and the 5. I mean, the 4, the 7, and then the 9. And you can see here, there's a lot of horses on the that have improved in the late fractions, the quarter mile and half mile. Everything in here, a lot of them are going down in class. Some of them going up in class. So it's hard to tell who's doing what there. And then you can see here that as far as jockeys go, there's there's 2 or 3 jockeys that have really good stats, even 4 jockeys that do. And then the best trainer is the 11, but it's pretty hard to decide. I guess this horse right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess the 6 has the best jockey trainer combination according to the data. So anyway, and then there's a lot of horses want to go to the front. Most of them have C zones. So we'll just have to see how this plays out. Now you can go to your
Oh, cool. I'm going to start with 4. Tales of the Heart. Just missed Keeneland in her U.S. debut. Ran a nice race. Going back and looking at her other races, she ran at Ascot on a Group 3 and finished 3rd in that race. But I should point out her only win of the 6 starts is on the all-weather at Kempton. So you go off that last race, she should be pretty tough. And that's what I'm going to. Number 2, Frances Stanley is going to be my next choice. She's aimed for 50K at turf weight and starts back. And in that race, she had some issues. Next start for the new owners was on the turf at Aqueduct, and she won. An optional claimer 40. And basically sat behind the leaders and made a nice big move. She's off the favorite many times, and don't be surprised if she's the favorite today. Number 7, Soul Hope is going to be my final choice. Last 4 races have been in Florida, got mixed results. She's got a win at the optional claimer 62.5 level. She came back in October in a $50,000 race, and she tried a stakes race in Tampa. Yeah, it didn't work out too well. But she has 2. I mean, her next 3 starts, she's got 2 second-place finishes. So throughout the stake. The interesting thing about this one is she's got a really good work, and it was in the mud.
Oh, wow.
That's surprising, always. And and she gets IRAD. He wins a few races.
Yep, that's true. All right. Well, I'm going to start out with the 1 horse. He comes in from France after winning 3 races out of 4 starts there, finishing 2nd in her last race. Has a high.
Point out one thing in that horse.
What's that?
I point out one thing in that horse is that running in handicaps and claimers there.
Yeah.
It's not a high class horse.
No, I imagine it's not. But sometimes I like these horses that are going up in class.
Yeah. No, she's she ran for decent money, but she's not running in group races. There's no listed races.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well, I'm kind of going for a price here with the unknown. We don't know how she's going to go here, but
it'll be interesting.
Yeah. But she is trained by Linda Rice, who does a great job of training, I think. And she's got Jose Lascano as a jockey. The 4 Tales of Heart is my second choice, finished 2nd in her last race after checking at the 3/8. She has a high percentage winning jockey and trainer. I like the 9 as my third choice, finished in the money in 4 races out of 5 starts, winning 1 of the races. And she has a high percentage winning jockey. And then the 7 Soho finished in 3rd in her last race, has a high percentage winning trainer jockey and a bullet workout, 4 furlongs at the 29th of May. I'm going to bet the second pick for Miami Vice Don Johnson, 149, 47, 810 with 47, 810. Let me see if that's right. Let's see. 2, 3, 5th. Nope, I think I've got a mistake there, so I'm going to have to fix that. And then it's going to finish up with the 2, 4. So it's the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. 6th race should be 4, 8, 9, 4, 8, 9, or 4, 8, 4, 7, 8, 9. Should not be the 10. Should be 9. So let me fix that here, and I'll fix it in the front there. Anyway, there's so much that goes on that it's really hard to keep things really the way they should be. And
Rich will be back. So
yeah, he will, but he makes mistakes too. He's not perfect, just like we're not perfect. So
of course, we can tease him.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's the end of our discussion on this race. And I want to say, if you want to come and find out what the good picks are and see Rich next week, because he'll be back, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that little bell so that you get notified about when the different races or programs are coming up. And also copy the link, share it with people you know. Go to our social sites such as X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and then Blue Sky at Horse Race, the number 2 day. Give us a thumbs up and a like. And keep these comments coming during the show. It helps a lot with our algorithms. Also, if we have a link on our show here for the guaranteed tip sheet, which is something that does a very good job, I think. Rich is very involved with that. And today's free track there is Batera Park, so you might want to try that. And then also you can go to our website and find all kinds of different links in there for the different things that you can find out about and go to, like our website is at HR. That's, oh geez, I'm goofing up here. My 76 years is getting to me today. So anyway, all right. Well, let's just move on to the next race, which is
the next disaster.
Yeah, the next one.
It's maidens again.
It'll be the 5th race, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's maidens for state breds.
Yep.
It's a rerun from yesterday. We're going on the inner turf course, mile 16th, and as I said, this is for restricted. This is a restricted race.
All right. So I'm going to get up there the information that I'm going to talk about a little bit, and see how it looks. Let's see if it's got big enough there. Yeah, I think so. So let's start up. I can always move the sheet a little bit, but
you got last.
I got to get on the right sheet. I'm on the wrong sheet here. So,
unless we want to rerun that race.
Yeah, well, I don't think so. I don't.
Yeah, once is enough, right?
Yeah, I think one's plenty. So, anyway, maybe if I make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Let's see how that works, if that works a little better. As you can see here, there's 3 horses that have a lot of have speed that's very similar to one another. And then you can also see that there's only 4 horses that haven't exceeded or equaled the speed par number in the past. We have a couple of nice overlays. This 3 horse from 6 to 1 to 10 to 1, 4 horses from 6 to 1 to 8 to 1. And then the 9 is from 3 to 1 to 5 to 1, and 7 to 2 to 5 to 1 is the 10. There's some horses that have done some really pace improvements, as you can see, and also faster fractions. Horses that are going down a class, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these are going down a class, and some of them are going up. As far as the C-zones go, you can see that the 6 has the best number. It's going to be the most comfortable in this race, followed up by the 7. And the 7 likes to go to the top, go out to the front, and we'll just have to see how that does. We've got 1 deep closer, the 5. And then the 4, 10, 3, and 8 are all within 8 points of each other, and the winners usually come at least 70+% out of our top 4 numbers in this one. So, all right. So if you want to go ahead and talk about your...
Sure. I will, and I'm going to start with number 5. Nona Lynn is my top choice. This will be her first start of the season, and her last time she ran, which was only once. She was slow from the gate. She made a move early in the race and just didn't finish. They're going to add Lasix today, and she'll improve. And I think also that this is one that will appreciate the turf and the turns. Number 9, Traley Girl is going to be my next choice. She returns 2 races after 2 starts. And both, there's been positive signs in there. She ran 6th in the first race, then ran 4th. The 4th race is interesting. The point is she was running against the males. So that's always worth noting. She's and the reason I like that race is because she broke from the 10 post. They tried to save ground with her, and she got tired late. Flavian Pratt's up. That never hurts. Number 3, Cloudy Chance will be my final choice. This is a horse that had issues in both her starts. She's going to move to the turf for the first time and 2 turns, and I think that she's going to benefit from that based on her background in breeding. It says the turf is the preferred surface, not the dirt.
All right. And before I go on with mine, I'm going to mention that Pravert Ross in the 4th race likes the 4 and the 7. Maybe a good exacta. So we'll have to wait and see there. Okay. All right. Let me talk about what I like in this 5th race. I like that 10 Heavenly Girl. Ran 3rd versus similar in the last start. She finished 2nd in her only start at Saratoga, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. And then the 4, Will of a Woman. She ran 2nd versus similar in both of her career races. Her breeding suggests that she will like the grass. And she has a good workout on May 28th for Furlong 7 on a summer day. Ran 2nd versus similar in her last race, and she can handle the distance. Number 8, Truly Magic, finished 3rd versus similar in the dirt in her last race. Her breeding suggests she'll like the grass, as her dam has 1 winner from 3 starters, and the winner was a turf winner. And she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. No additional bets for me here. So,
and based on our picks, we've got 7 horses, and we all picked different horses.
Yeah, it's a pretty wide open race.
Yeah, the kind of race it is.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's something else, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we're going to move on to this 6th race, and I'll get up to what I'm supposed to get up there. This is the thing that's hard, is you have to go back and forth, and I'm sure that there's a way to do this that I don't know of that makes it smoother, but you have to deal with this.
A magic wand will be very helpful.
So if you want
number 6 is another optional claimer for $50,000. This is restricted to fillies and mares. We're going 1 mile on the dirt, and that means we're going to be coming out of that chute. So we got some non-winners of 1 other than, and that's a money thing. Non-winners of 2 races, which some of them qualify in that area. And then finally, if you want to get into this race, you got to put up your horse for a claimer and at $50K.
Okay. All right. Well, let me get the thing up there that I need to talk about. Here we go. Let me make sure that I'm on the right sheet. All right. So we're in the 5th race, or 6th race, I mean. So here we go. All right. I'll make it bigger so everybody can see it. Wow, look at that 8. It's got lots and lots of speed according to what the numbers show here. Shouldn't have any trouble getting that quarter pole unless something really drastic happens. And matter of fact, she's got, at the end of the race, she's going to have at least 2 lengths advantage over everything in there. She also has equaled or exceeded the speed par number in the past, and she has the best chance out of the horses today to do the same. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 has the best jockey combination. No, I'm sorry, because we have some scratches. So that's what is that one? That's the 7, the 8, right? Is that the 8? Yeah, I think it's the 8. So it's 2, 4.
I can't really help you because I can't read it.
Yeah, it's the 8. 8 has the best jockey trainer combination. All of these horses have some kind of a chance, except for the 8, to feel comfortable in this race. and there's several of them that are way above 50%. So they're going to be very comfortable running in the race. It seems to me the 9, according to this, is going to be the early pace, although the 8 really shows that it is to me, according to the data. Kind of confuses me. And if you look here, I believe that let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That 8, the average that it's done in the past is way above everything else. So, and it's very consistent. It doesn't have a very long line of the best to the worst. So, anyway, if you want to go ahead and talk about your picks and what you like about them.
Absolutely. My opinions would rather be more accurate, I think.
Yeah. All right.
Number 9 is donor devised. I'm going to take that as my top choice. Won her last race. It was a maiden race. She stumbled at the start. Really game effort. She went off the favorite. She showed good speed. She's going to be in that 9 post, and I think the middle to out is better on that chute than the inside draws. So that's why I've got her there. Number 2, Table Flirt. Going to be my next choice. Winner maiden on the turf at Gulfstream. It was a mile race. She's tried and failed against Graded Stakes Company. She got a decent third at Churchill with issues at the start. That was in her last race. The question with this one is she a dirt horse or is she a turf horse? Well, she's trained by Bill Mott, and he knows how to place horses. I think he's placed her here for a reason.
Could be.
Number 4 is Limes Don't Lie. I have no idea why the horse is named that.
Wow.
Winner last start at 7 furlongs, and she had some issues to begin with, caught the rivals and went by them, and that was the best way to describe it. I think the distance suits her. The 4 should be okay for the break. She's got to get to that first turn, which comes up very quickly. The 8 is going to get shoved out a little bit, so we'll see what happens.
Okay. Before I go on with mine, I'm going to say that Private Ross in the 5th race likes the 3, 4, 5, 7. Maybe a good super effective bet. And John Egan, hi, just joined us at the comments. His best bet for today is in race 9, the number 1 horse. So, okay, so let me go ahead and talk about what I like in this 6th race. I like the 9 Donner Advised. She won her last race at Aqueduct. Her early speed running style helps her chances, and she has a high percentage winning trainer jockey. Velvet and Wogue Tex, the 8, has the highest last speed rating, and her early running style will help her chances. So this longer distance can help, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then I like Limes Don't Lie, and I don't know why they named it that either. So it's a 4 horse, and she won her last race at Aqueduct. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and a good workout on May 30th. 7 Pure Beauty is my long shot, has finished in the money in 2 races out of 4 career starts, winning one of the races, and she drops in class today, and she has a high percentage winning trainer. No additional bets for me here. So let's get back here. And we'll move the banner so that people aren't confused. And I'll put up there this race information so that you can share it with everybody. And of course, we're going to the 7th race.
A good laugh at some of our picks. It depends on what mood you're in for the day.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. There's the information.
All righty, this is the Intercontinental. It is a grade 2 race and it's for fillies and mares, and they have to be 4-year-olds or upward. We're going 5.5 furlongs, and it's on the turf.
All right. Drop this down, get my information up there that I need to get up there. This is what is really hard to get to, is getting back and forth on this stuff here. So let me make sure that I'm on the right race. There was 7th, and then try to position it so everybody can see a little better. and then go back to where we're talking, make it larger. There we go. As you can see, there's a couple of horses that could go head to head to that quarter pole, the 2 and the 5. And all of these horses have either exceeded or equaled the par speed number for this race, including there's 3, and then the 7 and the 9 came within 2 to 4 points of doing that. They all have a good chance to do it again today. So this looks pretty good. A lot of them have improved, and the best jockey, according to this, is the 7 horse. The best trainer is the 3. Well, I think the best jockey trainer combination is probably the 7. There's some horses in here that are going to be very comfortable running the 2, 4, 5, and 6, as we think that anything above 50% threshold feels very comfortable running in this type of race with these conditions. We have a couple of front runners and some EP horses in here. And so after doing that, why don't you go ahead and talk about your picks and what you like?
My opinions are number 6, Pipsy. It's going to be my top choice. She won her last start, stalking the pace. It was at this distance at Keeneland. She placed second at Kentucky Downs in a grade 2 race, and she did well in her final start for the most part. Ran 7th, and the reason I say she did okay was because she had issues in that race. Going at that last race in a decent time, I can easily see her repeating. Number 1, Pandora's Gift, is my next choice. She ships in from England. She's run well enough, but she doesn't win. Her efforts in the graded or group races, I should say, have been good, and and that's her non-winning is in those group races. And she's won on handicap. She's won at lower levels. These are all weather races. She's never won on the turf. But again, I think she's placed right, and this is kind of a race that you can get something out of. And finally, I'm going to take number 2. Future Is Now. She'll be a heavy favorite, which is unusual because she's only been a heavy favorite once in all her races, even though she's won 3 in a row and then got a third and then won some races. So, and this horse has 8 wins from 13 starts. You would think it'd be the favorite more often.
Yeah.
Won a grade 3 last time at Keeneland by a head bob, and it was just that, a head bob. Got speed, tactical, and forward. I think she's vulnerable here. I think there's some other speed that she didn't win overwhelmingly last time. That's always a question mark for me.
Okay.
And we are loading, so 7 has gone in.
Okay. Well, I'll talk about mine after the race is over.
Okay. And it looks like we've got one more to load after the. Okay. And the 10s. Not thrilled. A little hesitant. It's going to get a nice big shove by the assistant starters, and it's in the gate. And away they go. 1 is going to use the rail to its advantage. 5 is going to come up alongside, and on the outside of this bunch, we get the 9. He's not going to make the lead. It looks like the 1 is going to take them into the first turn without too much trouble. 5 still sitting there. Looks like 1 got caught a little wide on the turn, but that inner turf course, that's normal. 7 has moved up slightly. Now going to press the 1 a little bit. 5's back there. 2 is making a little bit of ground on the inside. And the rest of them have got work to do. The 6 is, you can already scratch that off your list. Now we're midway on the back stretch, heading for that turn. And we're still sitting with that 1 on top. 7 is getting a little closer. We're the 2 is still skimming that rail, getting a nice trip. So watch out for that one. And the 10 is now coming up, making an appearance. Still got 1 on top. 7 is still not gotten by him, and I don't think it will. It looks like the outside, the 10 is the one coming the best. And let's see if it nails the 1, and it nailed the 1, went right by, and the 1 gave up. Was going to do enough to hold on. Yep, didn't hold on, but I didn't get the other 2 numbers. But 10 definitely won the race.
Wow, nice long shot.
So, yeah, got a price on that one.
All right. Well, let me get back to this 7th race that we were talking about, and tell you that in this race, even though you've got a little bit of a feeling about the 2-horse maybe not succeeding, it's actually been my best bet of the day today. The 2 Future Is Now. She's won 6 races out of the last 9 starts. I love horses that love winning and are very consistent, including the winning the last race. Her best turf speed is fast among today's starters. She has a high percentage winning jockey, which is Paco Lopez. And then I like for my second choice. She finished 3rd in her last race. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and she absolutely loves today's distance. And then Pandora's Gift, the 1, and my 3rd choice. She ran 2nd in her last race. She has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. 6th, Pipsy, as my long shot. She won her race at Keeneland, and then she has a high percentage rating, last rating, speed rating, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. I'm going to play the last pick for. I'm going to use the 2-4 with the 3-4-8-7 with the 2-3-6 with the 1-3-9-10 $48 ticket. I'm going to bet my $100 budget, 40 to win on the 2. $10 exacta box 2-4, and a $10 exacta 2 on top with the 1, 4, 6, and 10. So that's it for me on that race. And I'm going to go back, and I don't know if I've told, well, here's my best bet, but in the 6th race, Private Ross likes the 4 and 7. I think I said that. And then he talks about John Egan likes this in the 7th race. He likes the 5, 6, and 1. Private Ross in the 7th race, he likes the 4. So there we go. All right, so let me get the banner up here that we got to get here so I don't get complaints about that. And we'll get this information.
You found the banner. Oh my God, what is this world coming to?
I know. We try our best here. So let's get 8th race up there.
Commenting quickly on the 2nd race, that was the first-time starter by Curlin.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, 15 to 1. So obviously like the turf.
Yeah. Sure does. All right, here's the information if you want to go over that. Sure. For the 8th race.
On the dirt. For an optional claimer, if you want to call $100,000 an optional claimer. Mile and an 1/8. This is for 3-year-olds and upwards. That number won money, and that's 3 times. Other than, of course, the infamous list of maiden, claiming, starter, and of course the state bred allowance races. You also can get in this race if you're a non-winner of 4 or not won $45,000, or also in that big list of things. And the final is if you want to be in this race and you don't make those conditions, put it up for $100,000.
All righty. So let's get the information up there that I need to talk about. And see, is this right there? And let's see, I got to get to the 8th race. Got to move this position a little bit so that we can see what we're talking about. Go back here, make it bigger so that people like me can see it. And as you can see, that the 8 and the 5 are pretty close in their speed numbers, and the 4 gets a 4 on the spread. And I tell you the truth, I'm not real sure about that. I haven't read the information. You can find out what all these things mean if you go to our website, and there's a link to download this. And I think there's also a link here on the YouTube channel. But you can see there's a couple of horses here that have pretty good upsides as far as the odds, 9-5 to 9-2. They're both the same. All these horses in the past have equaled or exceeded the speed par number for here, and they all have a chance to do it again today. You've got the 4s going up in class, the 3s coming down, the 6s down, 7 and 8 down in class. And it appears to me the 5 has the best jockey trainer combination. And then the 4 has the best numbers as far as being comfortable in this race. Should go to the front according to this information. And then the rest of them are pressures or PC horses. And so if you want to go ahead and talk about what you...
my opinion is my best bet of the day, which is number 7, Kuchar.
All right.
The first start of the season after running in 3 graded stakes races without much success, but does win at this kind of level. Workouts are average, but I think that's okay because that's been the norm. And I think it'll run a top race today. Number 3 is my next choice, Classic Catch. Some reasonable efforts, but not winning. Placing in the last 4 races, which is always good to see. And, got a second with issues in 1 race. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's good enough to win, but I think it's good enough to hit. And number 4, Willie D. My numbers are screwed up. Why? Well, Willie D is my final choice. Made the lead and then was passed late and ran second in the last one. Claimed her for $50K. So far, it looks pretty good. Got some in the money runs in Oaklawn and Churchill. Mike Maker must like this placement because he's going to take a little bit of a raise, but I think he's suited for this distance and for this race. And I don't know why my numbers are screwed up there.
All righty. Well, you can pick
some nines in the race.
Yeah. All right. Well, I like in this race the number 8 Film Star, ran second in his last race. His early running speed running style helps chances. Has a highest speed fare at today's distance and the best start speed and fastest among today's starters. Number 3 Classic Catch is my second choice, finishing the money in the last 4 races. Finished third in his last race, and his best start speed is fastest among today's starters. He's actually tied with the 8 horse, and he has a high percentage winning trainer. And Willie D's the 4 you talked about, ran second in his last race, has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. He's my third choice, and my long shot is the 7 who drops in class and has a high percentage winning jockey. I don't have any other bets as I'm all out of money. So let's go ahead and move on to this 9th race.
You didn't print any more?
What's that?
You didn't print any more money?
No, I didn't print it. No, I didn't go out and get it off the trees either.
No. You got to get that money tree going. Working better for you.
That's right. So we'll get here to this 9th race and get back up here to get bigger so everybody can see it. There you go. And you can talk about what it is.
I will. It's the Poker Stakes. It's a grade 3. We're going to go on the inner turf for 1 mile. And this is another race for 4-year-olds and upwards.
All right. See, that's the 9th race, and I've got to reposition it. That's what takes time. You got to get these things so that everybody can see it. It takes a little time to get it like that. And then everybody wants it a little bigger, and it's hard to do that. But here you go. You can see here that the 8 has the most speed. If that 8 gets out without any kind of trouble and the jockey makes the best decisions, it should get that quarter pole. But the 5 has maybe something to say about it. And then as far as the overlays, well, this 2 has a nice overlay, 6-5 to 5-1. And then all these horses have either equaled or exceeded the speed par number for this race, except for the 5, who is really close within 1 point. They'll have a chance to do it again today. The best jockey trainer combination looks like the 2. And then as you can see here, the most comfortable in this race would be the 8, followed up by the 6, and then the 7. And then only the 2 seems to want to be up there in front. The rest of them are either PCs or closers. You can see here the 2, 5, 8, and 4 are all within 7 points. And actually the 7 is only within 10 points, these. And as we've said before, our first 4 numbers is where more than 70% of our horses end up being. So, okay, if you want to talk about what your opinion is on this race.
Yeah, I'm going to start with number 8. Donegal Momentum is my top choice. Showed speed the entire race last time out and lost by about a half a length. He's tried the Carter handicap on the dirt, and that was not a good decision, even though he has won in the dirt, but he seems to be a much better horse on the turf, and he's never been out of the money in 5 starts. 6, Sherlock's Jewel is going to be my next choice. 2 races this year, both on the turf, both are wins. One was a little close to the pace, and one had to close a little bit. Placed in a grade 3 race, 3rd on the dirt, but I didn't think it could run a nice race here. This is a nice area. Number 2, Intelligence is going to be my final choice. First start at Keeneland, went on stateside, missed by a nose, ran second. A majority of its racing has been done in France. I do want to note that it's mainly at minor tracks. There's 4 major tracks there. That's Deauville, Paris-Longchamp, St. Cloud, and Chantilly. If you see another name in there, those are not considered. They don't. Those 4 only have the Group 1 races. They don't run Group 1s at any other tracks. So usually those provincial or whatever tracks, they're not quite up to that level. So keep that in mind. But it does have a win, and when it finished there, and it did win at Paris-Longchamp, so that's always in. It's definitely stepping up in company, but we'll see.
All right. Well, as you can see, Tom has much more information concerning the foreign tracks than me. I'm very, very low in my information, but I'm going to start out with that too. Intellect comes from France after winning the last 2 races, and then in the first race here, finished 3rd in the USA. So I know at least can run here after came here. He has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then Major Dude, the 4th second choice, he finished 3rd in his last race. He has the highest percentage winning trainer jockey and a bullet workout on May 29th. The 6, Sherlock's Jewel, has won 2 races in a row, goes for a hat trick, and he has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And I like the 8 as my long shot, finished in the money in 7 races out of 9 career starts. And let's see here, I lost my place. And he likes the distance. He's won 4 of those races in his career so far. So he likes to win. All right, so we're going to go to this last race and get the thing up there I'm supposed to get up there.
Well, we're going to be, guess where? On the turf.
All right.
In special weights. This is for restricted to fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. And they will be traveling on the main course at 1 mile and a 16th.
Okay. Get mine up there. Get the thing I have to talk about. So make sure I'm on the right race here, which has got to be the 9th race, I believe, right? We're in the 9th, right?
We're in number 10.
Oh, we're on 10th already? Oh, that's right. You're right.
The
All
last
right.
time I checked, yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
there's no 11. So
I lost track. That's for sure. All right, let's get it bigger so we can all see it a little better. And there are several horses that have plenty of speed. You just don't know who's going to get that quarter pole first. And then if you look over here, they're all real close in their numbers. So this is a very competitive race according to the numbers here. The 6, 7, and 10 have all been within equaled or exceeded the speed par numbers for here. And then the 10 appears to have the best chance to do it again today. The 2, 3, and 8 and 11 all came pretty close, especially that 2 came within 1 point of doing that. They all look pretty comfortable in here except for 3 or 4 of them. And then we've got a couple of leaders, the 5 and the 10, 2 pressure horses, 4 and 11. Can't say much about this information, although looks like the best trainers are the 3 and the 1. As you can see here, they're all pretty darn close in what they've done in the past. So it's just hard to say who's going to do what. So, okay, if you want to give your opinion, we'll go from here.
With number 5, Blint L. Dandy. My first start in the States was at Kentucky Downs. Went off slow, went wide, and then faded to 5th. I'd still beat some other horses. First career start was at Gowan Park. That's in Ireland. Ran a nice second on the soft going and went off at 28 to 1. I don't know if you're going to get that today. Interestingly, its works a bit on the dirt, and he's got 3 bullet works plus a final work that was decent too. I would call it more of a maintenance. So I think it could be ready for a big effort, and that's why I'm putting him on top. Number 7 is Faded Jeans, and I'll go with, I showed good speed at the fairgrounds last out, and then went the wrong way. It's been working at Keeneland to prep for this race, and I think he'll improve because I think he showed something he hadn't shown before. That he can run.
Okay.
Number 3 is Green Jobs. He's run twice. First start you can toss because it was terrible. The second race up was a little better. It was on the all-weather that was moved from the turf. She was bumped at the beginning, went wide, but she still was one length of the winner and ran third. She's got steady workouts, and Pratt and Brown, yeah, they do okay.
All right. Before I go on with mine, I don't know if I said this, but John Egan in the 8th likes a 7-8-4. And in the 9th, he likes the 4-7-2. And yeah, we're aware that there's a couple of mistakes, I think, in that 8th race.
Yep, I screwed up.
So we can fix it if you want.
Numbers, so I messed up. Sorry about that.
That's all right. We can fix it if you want to, but we can do that in a minute. Let me talk about what I like. I like the 10, Just So Pretty. She has finished in the money in 4 races out of 7 career starts, finishing second in her last race as a favorite. But her high percentage winning trainer wins 27% of the races when bringing a beaten favorite back to race again. She has a high percentage winning jockey. 9 Smartest finished second in her debut race as a heavily bet favorite. And she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and Lasix is added. And then number 3, Green Jobs, finished third versus similar on an all-weather track in her last race, and she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey. And then Queen's Fable, the 1, is my long shot. She finished third in the last 3 races, so she loves to run third, it appears. And she has a high percentage winning trainer and jockey, and blinkers are added today. Maybe they've done that to see if she can finish better than third. Who knows? All right. Okay, so let me go to the front here, get back to where I'm supposed to be at. And I'm going to put up there all of our picks for the day. And so everybody can take a look at that. Do you want to fix the 8th race or whatever race was wrong there? Do you want me to do the numbers for you? You just tell me the numbers.
Sure, I'll be happy to.
Was that the 8th race?
Yeah, I think it was 8 or 9. I forget now. Let me pull up my sheet because, of course, I closed it because I closed the wrong thing. I was looking. That shows you where my head is right now. Okay, the 9th race was 8-6-2.
3. Okay, what was the 8th race?
The 8th race was 7-3-4.
9.
And 9, yeah.
How about the 6th then? Because they're all right here.
Okay, the 6th was 7th. 7th? No.
Yeah, 7th. I mean,
6-1-2.
Okay, you know what? We might have a problem with. I don't know what the problem is because the numbers look right here. So
Yeah,
anyway,
it's weird.
okay. Well, it is. You know, there's sometimes there's so many weird things. As you can see here, they look right?
Yeah.
Look right here. I don't know what changed there. John Egan in the 10th, he wants to like the 10-2 and 10-6-2. And then before I let you guys, everybody go, I wanted to show you a couple of things here that I haven't really talked about. And maybe I won't be able to do that because it's not working right.
Okay, I can talk about. If you've got anybody out there is interested in the Epsom race on Saturday, the Derby. It's a 15-horse field. Looks like a nice betting opportunity. And if you really want to go wild and crazy, you can bet the Belmont Stakes English Derby double. And they don't have 15 horses in the Belmont Stakes, but it'll still make you work a little bit.
Okay. Now let's see here. Yeah, that's what I wanted to show. So my computer froze again. I've been having trouble with that. I talked to Tom about that yesterday, and I've got some things in the works. But here's our website. You can go to our website, and about a half hour or so after today's races, this will all change, and you'll be able to see different things that you can do here. For instance, it'll have our picks like it shows down here. And then there'll be some other things that you can take a look at. You can get some kind of things like HRT gear, get hats and T-shirts that can really help us out if you want to support the show. And then
you make such big bucks. So.
Oh yeah. So anyway, and then as Tom was talking about, yeah, please give us likes and thumbs up. It really helps us out a lot. And then somebody came in here, and let's see if I can get it translated. It's been hard for me to get. Yeah, my translator isn't working either. So, but anyway, he said something about Saratoga. Not sure what he's saying. I think that's about it. You know, it's been a tough week, but we got through it. Tom's been very helpful for me. And so I'm going to say, if there's anything you're doing today, I hope it works out for you. Have a great day and stay safe. And if everything's doing that for you, there's only one place that it will end up in, and that is the
winner's circle.
All right. Well, we'll see if I can get this thing to work to get us off. And so we'll put this here.